All right, hello everyone, and welcome back to the daily update, my 1000 day challenge. This is day 201. So, yep, let's get things started. All right, so first and foremost, you'll notice the balance is actually up a little bit, and that's actually due to two trades that was actually closed for experimental trade setup. So, one was in the profit, and the other one was in the loss. So, actually, it's just up a little bit. So, there's something to take note of. Otherwise, yeah, so the loss trade, if I remember correctly, that was on Ethereum, and the profitable trade was actually for Bitcoin itself. So there's something to bear in mind. All right, otherwise, let's get back right into the daily update in terms of the market structure itself. So on the daily market structure-wise, all of it remains bullish, but do bear in mind that overall things does look a little bit overextended, but especially for the China market side, whereby things looks a little bit really overstretched. As for Bitcoin wise, obviously I'll talk about it separately later. But other than that, ESHR and KBEX is a little bit overstretched. Well, for S&P 500 and also Nasdaq, it is extended, yes, but it doesn't seem overly extended. As you can see, follow this upslope trend line that is still valid, acting as a resistance. So it's somewhat like a, yeah, you can see over here. So let's switch over to this chart. You can draw a very nice touching line that we've been touching it all along the way. And yeah, you could even have some sort of like a channel if you wanted to, but generally I don't use channel. Yeah, the channel over here, parallel channel. So you actually have somewhat like a parallel channel over here. Then yeah, of course there's some abnormality here, which is an opportunity for a buy. And these are definitely good opportunity for buy, especially like what I mentioned, because it's finding support over here. But otherwise, this parallel channel seems to be valid right now. And yeah, let's take a look and see how long this is, and we are trending towards here. If we do consolidate near this top, then potentially we could have a very much stronger break towards the upside. But otherwise, potentially we could face some sort of short-term resistance or short-term pullback. But overall, things looks to be bullish. Similarly for Nasdaq, same thing. You have this upslope trend line that is acting as a resistance at the moment, whereas for ASHR is a very nice consolidation. What is very nice, but a decent consolidation and a nice break, and then it breaks up towards the upside. So I'm a little bit overextended, especially comparing to this 20 exponential moving average. So I'm definitely waiting for it to consolidate or to pull back before I actually do enter as well. So over here, like what you see as a decent consolidation period, whereby you have a decreased volatility, and then over here, small little more, and then even break above, and that's it. So you could have entered somewhere. Once you see the break above here, you can wait for confirmation. The price open here, you can have entered and then be in this trade thereafter. So similarly, I'm waiting for something like this. Consolidation, hit the 20 exponential moving average or 50 simple moving average. Then you could enter aggressively, or you could wait for a break above. That's up to you. So for trading wise, I prefer to wait for a breakout, but for investment wise, I'm more than happy to add near the support itself. Yeah, but bear in mind that it's ultimately up to your own style, own trading style, own investment style, or methodology or mindset that you have. So yeah, it really varies. So here, like I mentioned, after this nice period, I enter over here somewhere, if I'm not wrong, it is $79, $80 region, and now he has spiked up around another 20%. So things are looking great overall, but I'm definitely looking to add. If it does come close to it, like over here, you could definitely potentially add as well. But otherwise, yeah, I don't think you'll fall here in the short term wise, but if it does come near this 50 simple moving average, potentially look to add as well. All right, and finally, let's talk about Bitcoin itself, which is very interesting. So overall, on the daily chart, after breaking over this key resistance of this 40K region, it actually broke up all the way to this 46K. So overall, we are a little bit overextended, so I'm a little bit cautious as well. But bearing in mind that volume is decreasing as well, so that again similarly is another place of caution. So if I do see a very nice bearish candlestick, there is rejection from the top, which actually you notice we haven't seen that kind of candle for daily candlestick for very long time. I don't like exhaustion kind of candlestick, but either a bearish engulfing candlestick, that'll be great. Potentially this type of candlestick, but it must happen at near the top and not so much like here, whereby we don't have some sort of overextended per se. So yeah, otherwise, let's get right back into it. So daily chart still looks to be bullish. On the 4-hourly chart, similarly is bullish. Like I mentioned, if you enter this trade, great. Stop loss has been really decent as well, hitting just right below it. So if we didn't trigger the stop loss itself, that is great. However, you have yet to hit the first target, which is here at 1.5, and I'll use this 50 simple moving average as a trailing stop loss. As long as price doesn't close below it, I will choose to stick this order, which is the order ended here a couple of days back. So yeah, that's more or less about it. I'm still leaning towards the upside momentum because we've actually hit 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times at the 50K mark before we actually break above it. And there was a decent volume, although it was not extremely strong. So potentially we could see some sort of pullback and retracement to retest this 20 exponential moving average will be ideal. And then we break forward towards the further upside, should be, and when we do break above this high thereafter, then potentially we can have a much stronger momentum because now traders are a little bit indecisive, as you can see this candlestick over here. So otherwise, that's more or less about it. So I'm definitely leaning towards the long side, and I've already entered sufficient trade in terms of my risk position wise for my trading portfolios. I'm definitely not entering more, but otherwise, potentially if it does break above this high, you could potentially still enter. Say somewhere like this, above 5,180, and then you have a stop loss right over here, and then you could just trail along as well. Yep, so somewhat like this. Personally, I wouldn't enter this now. Reason being is I already hit the maximum risk profile, risk in terms of the percentage that I want to risk for my trading portfolio. Otherwise, that's more or less about it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.